So the story continues of my journey and how I arrived in Poland and what I did in Poland. So the university told me to report on Monday morning at 8 o'clock, which is very early for me, of course, because in London we start at 9. And there I would find my students and I was to go ahead and teach. Now remember, I had never been a teacher. I was a businessman, actor, poet, salesman, and a bit of a singer, writer, but never a teacher. So I went into the building, of which there were like 4 classrooms, and in the left-hand side, on the left-hand side, there was the guy with a cigarette everybody smoked in those days, called the portiniera. And I asked for my key, my clutch, and went to my room and opened the door, and all my students went into the classroom. I had no idea if they spoke English or not, so I did what a salesman would do. I decided upon a presentation of who I am. So I went to the board and I wrote in chalk, my name is Peter Dow. Nothing, silence, just 35, 40 students looking at me. And so the next, okay, try and make them laugh. I come from a small village in England called London. Ha 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 ha, good, they understand me. So what I did was I went through my likes, my dislikes, my favorite food, my favorite films, etc., etc. And then I gave each one of them a piece of paper and asked them also to write down their favorite, the name, of course, where they come from, etc., etc. So they had to come up and speak. Hello, my name is Bartek, I come from Lubava. My favorite food is bigos, my favorite film is Pulp Fiction, etc., etc. So at the end of the lesson, everybody had been up and spoke to me and told me who they were, which was fantastic. And as they went out, I said, thank you guys, thank you very much, see you next time, do widzenia, dziękuję, etc. Outside of my classroom were the 4 very professional Polish ladies with their books and their dzienniki, their attendance, registered under their arms, looking at me very seriously. So, Peter, how was your first lesson? And I said to them, I said, well, you are the professionals, so I hope I did the right thing. And I explained to them what I did and how I did it, because I didn't have a book. And they said, I'm sorry, Peter, they were speaking to you on your first lesson? Speaking to you, and they were speaking to you in English on your first lesson? I said, yes, is that okay? Did I do something wrong? Tell me, because I want to learn from you. I said, Peter, we tried for 20 years to make them speak. Every lesson we tried to make them speak. And you, on your first lesson, you make them speak. And I then realized that I had found a completely new profession in my life, a new career. And I realized that I was good. And the word just spread around the university. And a lot of people will come into my lesson and say, Peter, will you teach me English, please? Teach me English. I've heard you're really good. And that's how it all began. So I guess the motto of the story is, or not the motto, but the message of the story is that if you are a businessman, sales rep, singer, songwriter, actor, poet, put those together, entertainer, I guess you have a teacher. So yeah, that's my story, my first lesson. So comments below, did I do the right thing? Was it okay? Have you had worse lessons or better lessons? Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm the Brit from London, loving Poland. Oh, and I teach English. You know where to find me. Bye bye.